here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Enabia, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in its center, locking down the middle. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green and Rondo in the backcourt, and it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off-season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Bogdanovich left side. Got a piece of it. Clock at 6. And here's Conley outside. Drills it from outside.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. And, of course, his staff focused on its game plan against LeBron James. Who can score, who can pass. He's an entire offense unto himself. They know it will take a complete team effort to come out on top. We'll see how they do, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
And there's the pass to Green. Back to LeBron. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. That's good from Davis on the assist by Rondo.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Takes the 13-footer, offensive rebound, and it's Davis with the jam.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Conley's shot is off. The Lakers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Passes it to Davis. Over Bogdanovich. That shot off. So Utah will take it the other way. To the middle.
Hey, yo, right here.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, at 6 foot 8 inches, Bojan Bogdanovich is very comfortable in close.
Who's got LeBron?
James kicks to McGee.
Hey, yo, Rajon.
Left side, Davis. Left block shot on the way, and he can't bank that one in. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. Rondo against Conley. From downtown, rebounded by McGee. The Lakers trail. Floats it up for Davis. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
Now here's Conley. He has 5. He dishes it to Mitchell. And it's Davis with the jam.
And well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Jazz trail by 3. Outside Conley. Pass to Mitchell. With some arc. McGee with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Green with the ball. Rondo, no good. Bogdanovich finds Conley. Now Mitchell, guarded by Green. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Foul. 2.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
Both free throws good from Green. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Mitchell. Last year, getting it done. He was around 23 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds, and he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option, and understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Rondo passes to James. Floats it up for Davis, and finished off by Davis.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
Conley against Rondo. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Traps in the tray.
Yeah, it took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Lakers leading by 4. Here's James. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Lakers second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Hey, get LeBron! Get LeBron!
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You simply can't bite on that pump fake from LeBron because he is waiting for you to leave your feet, and he's going to lean in to get to the line.
Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, James.
Don't you get the sense that LeBron James is in complete command, not only of himself, but of his teammates? The drive this guy possesses is truly incredible.
Both shots good from the stripe. Mitchell with it. That's tipped. Bogdanovich dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. From past the arc, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Now Bogdanovich. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Rondo passes to Davis. He kicks to James. And the dunk by James.
I don't think you can stop LeBron James when he starts off to fly like that. Might as well just start jogging back the other way.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
On the wing, James. The dish now to McGee. Six on the shot clock. Let's go. And it's off the back rim. No good. Jazz trail by 6. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Green. They grab their own miss. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Conley. LeBron with some nice D.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
His entire career, Dwight Howard has been an absolute force on the glass. Nice finish.
Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Rockets. Clarkson passes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Floats one up. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Smith in the post, covered by Conley. Smith, no good. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Conley, the pass to Clarkson. Fader on the way. Bogdanovich, no luck. Lakers leading by 8. Gobert with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Here's Clarkson. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich. The Lakers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for James. Doris, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Waiters. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Utah shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. Here's Moutier. Another shot. Right side Davis. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Ingles. This one for 3. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. Last season, he played outstanding. First in shooting percentage, third in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. LeBron against Ingles. James nails the baby hook. And now it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten. Because of Rudy Gobert's thin frame, people were trying to take advantage of him early physically in his career. For the Jazz, they wanted him to get stronger, get in the weight room, and become more of a problem.
And for 7-footers like Gobert, it seems, Doris, there's more risk of injury.
Well, everything the Jazz organization has done with Rudy has focused from the core down. They want to make sure their big man has functional strength that eases pressure on the knees and ankles. Both of those areas have been so problematic for guys his size.
No good on that one.
Well, we all know that free throw shooting early in his career was a major challenge for Rudy Gobert. What I like is he's made progress because he's put in the time.
Good on the second free throw. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Waiters finds James. And finished off by LeBron.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now, here's Clarkson. 9-point game his last outing.
This guy is more than capable of making that play. Jordan Clarkson confident around the cup.
James looking it over. And they double up LeBron. Out to Smith. Howard dishes to Waiters. Floats one. And Davis pulls it down. Jazz trail by 11. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
How about the athleticism of Emmanuel Mudiay, understanding how to pick up contact and still go?
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw good from Mudiay.
And still trying to find his footing in the league, Mudiay must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Both free throws good from Mudiay. Here's LeBron. He's got 10.
Go over it.
11 seconds left to play in the first. 5 on the clock. For the 3. It doesn't go for him. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers ahead. They're up by 9. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late-game situations.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. J.R. Smith out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Howard in at the 5 spot.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
And Waiters, here we go. Yep, it counts. And the Lakers lead by 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Moutier passes to Clarkson. Kuzma against Davis. Clarkson surveying the floor. Excellent D from Howard.
And they continue to control the glass.
Waiters against Moutier. Waiters dishes to Howard. That one goes in.
Boy, guys, the powerful physical frame of Dwight Howard, so problematic for a defense.
Clarkson kicks to Davis. Ingles passes to Clarkson. That shot, no good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Here's Kuzma. Again, Los Angeles.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
High post, Gobert. Kicks to Clarkson. Fires from 18. Waiters grabs the miss.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Well, Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the Jazz call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for James, and it's Green in for Smith. And Utah with a change here, too. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. Now, here's Moutier. It's stolen by Green. The Lakers, another fast break chance right here. Here's Wade.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Ooh, wow.
One shot.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for Waiters.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
And here is Ingles. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside, Davis. To end the run. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Mitchell outside. Over Green. The Jazz with another miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And the Jazz call time here. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by the Lakers.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. Then for the Jazz, Bogdanovich is checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's Mike Conley in for Moutier. Free throw drops for Mitchell.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Now here's Green. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Here's Rondo. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. Michael Conley picks one up.
And Rondo really more creative than given credit. Just has that knack for making defenders have to foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
The first free throw is good. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Now, here is O'Neal. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Here is McGee. Following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. McGee finds Waiters. They double him with Mitchell. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, no good by the Lakers. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency, but players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices, and some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Here's O'Neal. Dion Waiters making his last shot.
Yo, Mitchell.
Bogdanovich with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. Just 4 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Waiters up top. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And Green gets it to go.
Danny Green is one of the best catch-and-shoot players in the league. Makes it look easy.
Outside Conley. The pass to Mitchell. McGee with the block. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's still scoreless so far in this one. McGee with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Conley, the pass to Davis. Conley scanning the floor. Passes to Bogdanovich. With the fadeaway. And that one hits back iron. LA's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Rondo kicks to Waiters. Doubled by Conley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Outside, Green. He feeds it to Davis. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Conley against Rondo. Another miss by Utah.
And after nailing a 3-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Doubled by Conley. McGee with no one around. They get the rebound, and the shot is good. 16 points for Anthony Davis.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Mitchell dishes to Conley. It's tipped to end the drought, and Davis sends it back. Waiters passes to Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Now here is Davis. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And O'Neal gets it to go. Here's Los Angeles now. Waiters outside. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Banked in off the glass. Conley's got 9.
way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Now here's Rondo. McGee finds Davis. Waiters outside. Doubled by Conley. Down low. Shot clock at 5. Nice shot by Rondo.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now here is Conley. 9 points in the game so far. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Outside, Green. Here's Davis. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Davis has got 20.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
1:33 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
Well, it's a level of concentration that has to happen for you to finish through contact. Donovan Mitchell doing work.
Here's Rondo. 5 points in the game. Here's Davis. He can't hit that time. Good D by Bogdanovich. Conley against Rondo.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. James checked in for Green. And Smith subbed in for Dion Waiters. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. To the inside. And Gobert kicks to Clarkson. Gobert down low, working on Howard. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert with the size and length, they factor on the glass right now.
Rondo's scanning the floor. Pass to Kuzma. It's stolen by Mudiay. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Rondo. Launches it. The shot, no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Lakers ahead, delivering the blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor, so they're running out in transition.
Got to beat him to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
High basketball IQ, something Anthony Davis doesn't always get enough credit for. He repeatedly makes the right decisions on both ends of the floor. Not many big men can control the game the way he does.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is O-V-A. Over.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
What a menace he was on defense through the first two quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
The Jazz shooting just 34% from the floor. So on the floor for Utah. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Here is Conley following the 3 by the Lakers. Gobert with it. Mitchell finds Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Pass to Rondo. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Bogdanovich dishes to Mitchell. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feed. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And the pass to LeBron. It's good. James has got 15.
I don't know how it's possible for a player to keep getting better with age, but as LeBron said, he's like fine wine, baby.
Now here's Conley. He's got 13. To the paint, here's O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
I tell you, Rondo sees it all on the floor. He's got an ability to just cripple a defense with his passing.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. The shot misses. Excellent D that time there from McGee. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Rondo passes to LeBron. And James throws it down.
How intimidating it must be when LeBron is bearing down on the rack like that.
Outside Conley. Here's Mitchell. Knocks down the 10-footer. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Rondo. Rebounded by the Jazz.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Conley against Green. Outside Conley. He kicks it to O'Neal. And Davis sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Conley. 4 on the clock. O'Neal misses. The Lakers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Green finds Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
And stolen by LeBron. And it's Rondo in the corner. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley, he never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference. But make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Looking to get back on track here. And LeBron throws it down.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Utah shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Passes it to O'Neal. 5 to shoot. Pass to Conley. The 3. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight. LeBron against O'Neal. It's LeBron with the drive. Good on the shot.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Hey, yo, get on Donovan.
Green against Mitchell. It's stolen by Green. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. And it's in there. Green's got 10 points.
Well, just great intelligence there from Danny Green. This guy a pro at knowing when and where to attack the basket.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Smith comes in for Green, and it's Waiters in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Jazz, Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal, and it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Pass to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Mitchell's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing, he was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
James, and the dunk by James.
Almost seems unfair, gentlemen, to have a guy as strong as LeBron be able to handle the ball the way he does.
Clarkson dishes to Mitchell. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Now here's Waiters. He's got 8. Gobert brings the double team. Shot clock at 6. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two.
So it's Utah now. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Utah. It's stolen by Davis. Bucket is good. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now Mitchell. 22 points for him. Gobert finds Mitchell. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for the Jazz. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Mitchell. Here's Mudiay, and Mudiay throws it down.
A point guard who's got incredible vertical. Emmanuel Mudiay, no doubt on the dunk.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. And they double up James. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Utah has possession. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Mudiay looking around. Clarkson against Smith. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Mudiay against Waiters. James trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. Kuzma outside. Back to Waiters. Oh, that's blocked. Clarkson up top, covered by Smith. Occupying that instant offense role, Doris, Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Clarkson. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Stop it. What can you do? James is so big and athletic that sometimes you have to foul him if you're on the defensive end.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. and he sinks the second. For Utah, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Moutier passes to Clarkson. And it's sent back by Howard.
There's a reason Dwight Howard has so many all-defensive teams to his credit. Good night with the block.
Utah's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And checking out some numbers for LeBron James. Great showing for him last season. He put up about 27 points per game last season, 8 assists and 8 rebounds. Even if you key in on him all game, he still finds a way to get his numbers.
Right, the skill, the awareness, the physical ability, it's all there.
Oh, wow! Young fella.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Now the pass to Moutier. Clarkson against Smith. Now, here's Clarkson. Not a lot of room, just 3 to shoot. They get it again. Davis. And it's sent back by Howard. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Oh, Kuzma's in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Able to score from almost anywhere. Kuzma rapidly becoming a guy that can hurt you.
Moutier passes to Clarkson. It's taken away by Smith. Here's Waiters, and Waiters with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Moutier against Waiters. Moutier kicks to Davis. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Poked loose, but they'll get another chance. Moutier against Waiters. Second chance shot. Buries the jump shot. 8 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
Well, you love to see Moutier try some things off the dribble drive. Get creative, sir.
Waiters outside. Pass to Kuzma. Now here's Howard. Kicks it to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
There aren't a lot of ways to slow up LeBron James in the pick and roll. Even if you defend it perfectly, he can find a way to score.
And here's Clarkson. Not going to go that time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Los Angeles, guys, shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Caldwell Pope. Then there's Markieff Morris, and it's Cook in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Tucker the pass to Moutier. With the teardrop. Niang picks to Moutier. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Bradley. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
One shot.
And that one misses. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more three-point attempts than two-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade, you see more three-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's two high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and three-point shots. And everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Cook looking it over. Count that bucket. Cook's got his first points of the night. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Moutier. Makes it off the glass.
This is a strength of Moutier's, right? Get into the lane, put your speed to good use.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Kuzma, left side. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Williams-Goss. The lob to Bradley. It's tipped. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kuzma inside. Guarded by Tucker. Morris against Bradley. Here's Williams-Goss. Pass to Moutier. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers with the rebound. Kuzma's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Caruso, guarded by Tucker. Can't connect from short range. That's good from Moutier on the assist by Bradley. That's 12 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
The pass to Cook. Takes the 3. And the Lakers with another miss. Jazz have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Niang. Here's the teardrop. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
And always a smooth athlete. KCP doing a better job of drawing contact.
We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now, but when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here is Cook. Passes it to Kuzma. Here's Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Good on the three-point shot. Caruso's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this, Greg. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Here's Williams-Goss. Good work defensively by Morris. Kuzma passes to Caruso. It's stolen by Moutier. Fast break, here we go. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, the length, the quickness, the ability of Emmanuel Moutier to make himself a factor defensively. Nice.
Cook dishes to Morris. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well-positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship, luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals.
True.
This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's stolen by Moutier. And here we go. Moutier heading to the hoop. And Moutier throws it down.
You see the ability of Moutier to get into space and be a factor in transition.
Here is Cook. And it's blocked by Bradley. Last year, Emmanuel Moutier certainly got his career back, I thought, Doris, in the right direction.
Well, I think for Emmanuel, he had an opportunity for minutes, and he played as he needed to in order to show that he is a capable player going forward.
2 shots.
The tools, I think, have always been there for the former number 7 pick. It's about starting to put it together consistently.
A free throw good from Moutier. Doris, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive number 1 pick, he's going number 1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Here's Kuzma. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Here is Cook to end the cold streak, and the shot goes in. Cook's got 4 points in the quarter.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Here's Williams-Goss. Pass to Tucker. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here's Cook. Misses the 3.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. That'll be his second foul of the game. Well, Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and it's blocked by Bradley. And they'll keep possession. The second chance effort, and it's Bradley with the rebound. The Jazz have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Yeah, easy call.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Tucker, the pass to Williams-Goss. Picked away. Here is Cook. Pass to Morris. Caldwell Pope outside. He kicks it to Cook. 6 to shoot. Here's Kuzma. Utah with the rebound. Bradley's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Williams-Goss. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Here is Cook. The pass to Morris. Doris, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
There's 1:34 left to play here in the fourth.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Utah shooting it brilliantly here lately, 60% from the field.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Davis.
Boy, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Cook. And Davis sends it back. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams-Goss the pass to Bradley. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Kuzma against Davis. Kuzma outside. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.